welcome to the Engineer's Workshop. So we're getting a lot of good progress done on prepping this beam for the Yale 3-ton hoist and trolley. Trolley is over there. Some of this was shot before we had power applied to the building, so you might hear the generator running in the background, but been able to really start moving on it now that we've got power. Can run the grinders without disturbing the neighbors too much, although running a grinder on a beam for hours on end is disturbing enough as it is. So we'll show you what we've been doing, and a little bit more computer modeling. I've kind of honed the design a little bit from the last video to show the vertical stiffeners that this beam has that we're leaving in place, and where we're going to be attaching the lift points and some lateral stabilizers, 2x2 by quarter angle, that's going to stabilize the beam from movement and racking as it lifts. So let's cut to the video. Trying to get a little bit more prep work done on the beam. Got to get these stiffening webs out. There's two of them that are mid-span. They're going to prevent me from rolling the trolley back and forth. So I've got a very thin cutoff blade here, made in USA. What is this? Magnum? I don't know what brand it is. Let's see if it's got enough to reach all the way down in there. It should, or pretty close. I don't want to torch this. I will torch across the bottom, but the top and the bottom I just want to cut, keep the heat away from these flanges, and then I'll oxypropane cut the rest of the web out and just grind this surface flat. So let's see how it goes here. Just deep enough. I have my little arbor spacer started to rub. I'm about a quarter inch from the bottom. I'm going to call that good enough. Certainly back far enough past where the trolley wheels will ride. So this doesn't have to be perfect. 3 more cuts to go. despite me trying to keep this perpendicular or parallel to the face of the flange, the weld beads coming up into the cut make it lead in, and so I'm definitely trying to cut straight, but you know, on one side of the cut I got 1/2 inch material, on the other side I got 3/8, so it just wanting to lead the wheel out of the, you know, away from the flange. One more to go. Look like I'm getting hardly any wear on this wheel, and I bought 5 of them. Bottom edge has its share of things that were welded on it, and I'm going to clean those up now. This is what we've got to get out maybe tomorrow. It's a big, you know, where the brace that they had welded on the inside pulled out of there. I got to grind that off. We'll heat this up with the torch and then see if we can forge it, get it straight again. And then I got to grind these down because our supports are going to go at this cross web if I can get this out. Because I want to be able to run the trolley right up against that point right there. I've got a 7-inch sanding disc with about 24 grit wheel. Seems to be faster on these big weld beads than a grinding disc, believe it or not. And I can't take it anymore, I'll switch over to the little one. We're going to be using a cutting torch, a Victor cutting torch, with a tip that's specifically designed for propane instead of acetylene gas. And there's a chart in one of their books for material thickness, and we have a size O tip. So they're saying to run 20 to 25 psi on the oxygen and 3 to 5 psi on the propane. And then you can cut at 20 to 24 inches per minute. I'll tell you, that is the trickiest part of this, is trying to maintain a nice consistent speed, because if you go too slow, you just start blobbing, and you know, you get a wider kerf, and blobs of molten steel start remelting together behind the tip, and if you go too fast, then you run ahead of the material, and you lose heat and it won't cut anymore. Now, I'm told that once the cutting process starts, it's self-generating, and you can literally turn off the gas and cut with just the oxygen. I've never tried that. I can see where it might work if everything were perfect, but for as much cutting as I do, I struggle to get through each job one by one. But let's see how I do here. So the oxygen is run with it all the way open. And it's adjusted for flow with the upper knob. And the gas flow is adjusted back here. Accidentally bumped the fuel closed. What's that?
I'll tell you when it's blowing on this side. That does not sound like it's on high enough.
More? Wow. hard to move steadily.
You need to be angling it more. You leaving the ones on the ends?
Yeah, I was just removing those two so that the trolley can pass, and then we've got to flip this. We got to scoot it, flip it, and then see if you can beat that guy flat.
You are gonna clean these up, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like flush?
Not flush,
Oh,
flush.
come on.
Not on the web. I'll clean them up a bunch, but I'll clean these flush.
Oh, just take the time to do it.
That's
It's
gonna
gonna be up there forever. No, it's not. So
You're
I
you're
cleaned
welcome
up,
to help grind those perfectly, beautifully flush.
I cleaned up all the things you torched up off the floor and then left that height. It didn't take very long. I'll start eating it.
Well, give me the torch.
Why'd you leave it over there?
You might need to loop. Give me another loop of those.
Do you have any orange squeeze clamps here?
No. This might take a while.
Yeah. Doesn't need to be red hot to start moving.
Why don't you go and turn the propane pressure up to about 10 psi. Blew it out.
where it's high, right here, where I got the flame. Let's go over here. The area back further, back in the hit the torque.
I guess that's about all we have time for. We'll stop right there where we got the flange straightened out and pick right back up on the next segment. Catch you next time.